I know of a guy who got on a plane. He's on his way to Israel. And as he's coming down the aisle, looking for the overhead bin where he can put his hand luggage, he sees, not too far away from where he's sitting, there's a rabbi from the community he prayed in. This is an Ashkenaz community. But there was a rabbi there, a very famous rabbi, a well-respected rabbi, great Talmid Chacham. And he said to himself, wow, look at that. Lucky for me. I'm on the same flight with Rabbi so-and-so. And he's sitting right next to me in my section. So the guy smiles to himself and feels good. Wow, look at that. We have someone very special on the plane. We have more zchuyot for the flight. It's always good to have zchuyot when you go up in the air. Especially 30,000, 40,000 feet in the air. It's good to have a few angels with you up there. So he goes down and sits down in his seat. And sure enough, everybody starts buckling down for the big trip. And at that moment, he sees something odd. While everybody else is pulling out a book, getting comfortable, the rabbi that he has his eyes on, he pulls out the New York Times from the pocket in front of him in the magazine section. And he says, huh? What's the rabbi doing in the New York Times? Not that there's anything wrong to read the New York Times, don't get me wrong. But what I mean to say is he expected such a big Talmid Chacham, such a rabbi. He thought he'd pull out a sefer from his little anti-shake case. Or he'd pull out something. No, he pulls up the New York Times. Rabbi's leaning back. And he's reading. He's reading the news. That struck him a little weird. All right. Hey, Rabbi wants to know the news. No big deal. Flight starts. They take off. After about an hour of being in the air, one guy comes walking down the aisle. Arbit, gentlemen, ladies, Arbit. Anybody even pray yet? We're making a minyan in back of the plane. So everybody religious starts getting out of their seats, so they go to the back to the galley and they're going to pray. He sees that the rabbi does not get up. He does not go to pray. That's weird. We took off, it was still light. There's no way the rabbi prayed Arbit yet. We've been in the airport for the last few hours. There was no minyan. I was there at the gate with him. Why does he come and pray Arbit? What's going on? He keeps his eye on that rabbi. Rabbi, got my eye on you, Rabbi. Keep my eye on you, Rabbi. Maybe this guy's a sketch, he starts thinking. You know, back in Brooklyn when everybody knew him and he's around his congregants. Oh, there, Baruch Hu, Baruch Shem. Oh, amen, you know. But now he's out of his circle and he's flying out to Israel. Hey, maybe I can find a different deal about this guy. Walking around with the New York Times, doesn't pray Arbit with everybody else. Wait, it gets better. A few hours later, all of a sudden at that crack of sunrise, we got the same guy coming down the aisle announcing to everybody, gentlemen, we're praying Shahari. We can catch nets. Right now, I calculated the time. We're going over so-and-so. Take a look. It's about to get light. There's always one guy with the calculation. He has a big zichud because he gets everybody going. Because that's not something that's easy to calculate. So everybody gets up and they grab their koracha and they go to the back of the plane. Now the rabbi is not sleeping, but nor is he moving. Now it's not like the rabbi pulled down his koracha and prayed in his seat, because actually some poskim say it might be better to do that. No. The rabbi just sits there with the New York Times. No koracha, no tefillin, no talit, nothing. He says, wait 1 second, this is wrong. This is wrong. You see, because he starts making the calculations. We're landing in Israel at 6 p.m. He's going to have no time. He's going to have no time to pray, no time to put on tefillin. Rabbi, I'm watching you, Rabbi. Something's rotten in Denmark. Something's wrong. The rabbi doesn't put on tefillin, doesn't get up, doesn't even pray. And this goes on the entire flight. Finally, the guy says, that's it. When I get back to Brooklyn, I'm going to pull this rabbit out of the hat so fast. Boy, am I going to let the cat out of the bag. I'm going to let everybody know the real deal behind this beard. They're going to know the truth. This is ridiculous. And all this time, I thought he was some great Talmid Chacham. Ha! You had me fooled too. With those words, they announced the landing. Everyone got their Visa cards. Sure enough, they land. Ding dong ding. Everyone jumps to their feet. The race to the hand luggage. And now he starts making his way down the aisle. And sure enough, as fate has it, as he's coming by the rabbi's seat, the rabbi stands up right in front of him, and he comes face to face with the rabbi. And he gives the rabbi a snare. And he gives him a look like, I'm going to really let people know the real deal about you. And just then he looks down and he sees the rabbi's coat that he's wearing, his jacket, the lapel is completely ripped to shreds. And that caught him totally off guard. He says, Rabbi, what's with your jacket? And the rabbi looks back and says, I lost my mother. I'm flying with her right now to Israel. I'm in Onen, at the beginning stage of Avelut. He says, it's bad enough that I lost my mother. I loved her. I'm coming now to bury her in Eretz Yisrael. But I had to sit the whole flight. And the tsar I had that I couldn't take out a sefer to learn. You're not allowed to learn when you're Onen. You're not allowed to pray when you're Onen. You're not just patur from all mitzvot. You're not allowed. You're supposed to be completely focused on the good of the taking care of the met, nothing else. Rabbis don't want you involved with any other mitzvot, just to take care of the burial. He says this was from the painful hours of this flight. He says, I had to sit there, I couldn't pray. I couldn't do nothing. You don't know how tsar I have. And this guy felt like 2 cents. And he looked at the rabbi and he says, Rabbi, I beg of you, Mehila. Boy, did I judge you. Boy, did I think you kofer hakol. Boy, did I think you were one of these sketch rabbis. I'm begging you for mechila. My condolences on your mother. I feel like garbage. Why did I think of that? Why did I give you the benefit of the doubt? Why did I come up with that? And the answer is because it became so reflexive to quickly judge that we became, God forbid, judgmental in our nature. And Hashem says, please, quickly, before you leave tonight, walk out with a Kabbalah. From this minute on, I'm going to start giving a benefit of the doubt.